Hello, I apologize if you had any trouble with getting the links or with Zoom on the first day of class, which is today, Wednesday the 20th. I was having a really difficult time using Zoom as well. One thing to keep in mind is you don't have to pay for Zoom. It's already part of the services that you pay for in Blackboard, but these apps are tricky and they will try to get you to upgrade and pay for things that you don't need. So I will show you what might be the best way to access what you need to access, especially if you're off campus. I'm on the Spartan Hub page, which has these tiles where you can access lots of materials. And if you go up to the top of the page, there is this link for apps. And when you click apps, one of the connections goes here to Spartangreensky. There is a Windows app apparently for Spartangreensky. However, you can also just use the browser, and this has instructions on how to use Spartangreensky. Essentially, what Spartangreensky does is it tells the University of South Carolina system that you're on campus when you aren't on campus. So you can open your Spartan desktop and allow it to see things on your computer. I am on campus, so it's probably going to act weird right now, but it will make library items more accessible. So now I'm going to see, this is weird, but you have to go again through Microsoft Edge to go to the home page, to go to Blackboard, email, and all the good stuff. When I do this, it usually takes me to Capital One shopping. No idea why. There we go. So if it takes you to Capital One shopping, focus on the Spartan Hub login page. I'll see if they let me do the student internet. They probably won't. But you can log into Blackboard this way or to your email, and it should be helpful if it's off campus. Never remembers my login. And I also am not very good at typing. Yes, please update the password. Finally. Now we can go to our courses. And hopefully your course doesn't say topic Black Women Leaders Merged, but if it does, that's how Columbia did it. I'm going to go to our course site, and it's not giving me the option to see the student preview. I don't know what the junk is. I wish it would go away. So I emailed a link, and there's a link in the announcements because Zoom kept asking me to update and put in other things and blah blah. In the future, you should be able to simply click where it says Zoom, and here's our link for Monday. So you should be able to just click that and then be able to enter each class in that way. Zoom is also supposed to keep recordings. I guess I want to report the cloud recording. I don't know. Might not have worked today. It was a little bit wild. So I'll get back to you on that. I made a new document that I'm going to add to this week's introductory materials, and it's called Tangents and Corrections. So I will add that document weekly if necessary. Okay. Sorry about that. It's obviously not going to add it. Let's see if I can. I'll just show it to you. I will add it later. There are several things that we talked about in class today that seem neither here nor there, but this is the explanation of those and of one mistake I meant. So all of these things that I mentioned do have links, and what's somewhat interesting, I think, about the links is that they might help you come up with a wish list for topics that you would definitely like to cover this semester. So as I finish everything up this weekend, you will have some input, if you would like, about the topics we can cover. So this week, definitely do your summer vacation sway, and I'm adding a new discussion, which is called the wish list, if there's anything that you would like to add. For next week, we have this video, which is 2 hours long. The first hour is most important, and this quiz just gives you some extra credit if you are able to catch all of the references in the documentary. Now, I'm in Spartangreensky, so I don't know why it's asking me this stupid question. But this is how the Blackberry databases roll. Now, you saw a little flash where it said to sign in, but you don't really have to sign in. If it tells you to do that, you don't really have to. You just can look at all the films available at Upstate, and you will see hours by simply scrolling. And I didn't select all of these, so there's more than we really need. I don't think it's in circular. Their categories are fascinating. Apparently they don't know that Toni Morrison has something to do with literature or history. I'm afraid it might have disappeared. Worked this morning, but I will re-add it. Let's say you want to get to the second video we are watching, which is Sinners. Ta-da! And now you can just watch it. I don't know why I'm getting this error. I'll try it again later because it really should work seamlessly. With some of the other links, that connect to library databases, Spartangreensky should make that connection work. So this does take you to the correct segment for Films on Demand, which is another library database. So apparently something's just not working with the films database Swank right now. If you're having trouble with the other links, let me know. YouTube is what I prefer because it doesn't mess up all the time. Although this thing with having me sign in to prove I'm not a bot is a little weird. If you have a Gmail account, that's the easiest way to sign into YouTube. But that's something new. Sorry about that. I will add the complete agenda for the class as soon as possible, and I will make a checklist so you know exactly what to do each week. That's the wrong class. But in terms of the book that we are going to read that you can get from the bookstore but are not required to, we have a PDF of I Know Where the Caged Bird Sings. So that's the full text. If you want to read it digitally, you can do that. I will try to figure out what's going wrong with Zoom. Sometimes during the first week of class, everybody is using these things simultaneously, and it just causes trouble. But it should work next time, and I will test it a little bit more over the weekend. When you look at our syllabus, which doesn't yet have the agenda, you'll see there's contact information, including my cell phone number. So you can always let me know if you're still having trouble. And this video is very long already, so I'm going to sign off. Have a great day.